In this video I'm going to introduce you to moving around the repertory either by browsing the repertory or by searching the repertory for words. So here we are in our Vision for Mac screen. I'm going to use the combined repertory for the purposes of this video because I know everyone will have the combined repertory in their Vision system, whereas others may not. So here we are at the beginning of the Mind chapter. Some basics first of all. We can, if you've watched previous videos, use the preferences to make our display a one-column repertory display, if that's what you prefer to work with. The advantage of this is perhaps it makes it look a little bit easier, but you do get less information contained on one screen. So I'm going to put it back to 2, as that's how I work, but you can choose whichever you like to use when you're working with the repertory. See the blue bar here down the right side of the screen? This is the scroll bar, and it's a simple, you click the down black triangle here to go down one screen full at a time, and click that one to go back up. To quickly go to the top of the chapter you can click this further button here. So navigating around now is as simple as typing some letters. Now the first letters you've typed to find any rubric have to be the first letters in a rubric. So let me show you. If I want to look at the anger rubrics, I don't need to click a button. All I need to do is type letters using the keyboard. So I'm going to type ANG, and you can see that Vision instantly jumps to the first anger rubric. So it's important to get your first word correct, otherwise you won't find anything. Now because I hesitated, Vision is now saying, okay, give me some more words to narrow the search down to find exactly what you're looking for. So let's just suppose I was looking for children, anger in children. I would then type, for example, CHI, and Vision immediately jumps to that position in the repertory. As you can see here, if I use the backspace key to remove the I, it then finds the first anger rubric that also has a word beginning with CH in it, which this time at the top of the screen you can see is actually cheerfulness. So Vision is very context sensitive to what you type in. If I put I back in, it jumps back to anger in children. So that's how you quickly move around. Remember, the first word you type in has got to be the first word of a symptom in a repertory chapter in order to match, but any subsequent words you type in here, like children or whatever, any subsequent words can be anywhere in the rest of the rubric in order for Vision to find that for you. So that's how you move around. What I'll do is just show you here. You close down this little screen when you found the rubric you want by clicking the red button here, which is a standard thing on Macs. And again, you can just drag that to the clipboard to start working with that in a repertorization. Again, just to re-emphasize the point, you change chapters by clicking here, or books even, but chapters here within the repertory, and again you start typing whatever you're looking for. Just going back to the Mind chapter again, let me just reiterate that what I type in first of all, I'm going to look for the fears, F-E-A, and it jumps to the main rubric for fear. It then says give me more words. I'm going to type dog, and it immediately finds fear of dogs, and I'm going to close this down and drag that onto the clipboard for my case. So this is how you move around the repertory if you know the repertory layout, the chapter you want to be in, and the rubrics you're looking for. But if you don't, you want to be able to word search the whole repertory, trying to find what you're looking for. And to do that, you have to tell Vision that you want to do a word search, and that's this button here on the icon. So I click search, and Vision says, what do you want to word search for? And I'm going to type in the word cheese, and I want it to save to me display my results for all rubrics that have some relationship to cheese in them. And I'm just going to keep this nice and simple and click the OK button, and as you can see on the left hand side it's opened me up in the combined repertory, but in the Generalicis chapter, and you can see food cheese aggravates, perspiration, odour cheesy. To look in a different chapter, for example the stomach chapter, we can look at these are the aversions to cheese, the desire for cheese. And if you do have other repertories in your system, again as before, you close up the current repertory, open for example complete repertory, click the chapter there, and you can see all the rubrics related to the search words. Important to notice that our Vision is using synonyms, so it will find synonyms of word that you type in to try and help you locate the correct words in the chapter. Finally, there's one important thing I'd like to show you if you're fortunate enough to have the complete repertory on your system. I'm just going to go back and browse the repertory, close combined up, open complete repertory, open the Mind chapter, and just draw your attention to this strange symbol here. It's called a cross-reference symbol, and this only works and applies to the complete repertory. So if you see a rubric here whilst you're working and it has this symbol next to it, it means there are cross-references associated with that rubric. So if I'm looking at abrupt and say show me the cross-references, you can see here all the cross-references within the complete repertory that there are for abrupt. And if I say highlight rudeness and click find, it jumps me to the rudeness rubrics in the repertory. This is really quite helpful and useful, and if I want to go back, I just click the shortcut button here, undo, and it takes me back where I was. So just in summary, to move around the repertory, you type a word or two and it will jump for you. If you're not sure where it is, you do a word search with this button here and it will find everything for you. I hope that's explained how to work with the repertory. Practice makes perfect. The best thing you can do is try and practice it for yourself and get comfortable with navigating around the repertory.